it's Alice King, your official Reddit baddie. I scroll through unhinged stories so you can sit back, relax a little, and enjoy the chaos. Am I the a-hole for speaking to my overweight assistant about her business lunch and making her cry?
You're fat!
I'm not gonna lie, this sounds bad. We don't like body shaming on this channel. At the beginning of the year, I hired an assistant. We'll call her Amy. Amy is great what she does, and I already given her a raise because I felt like she was underpaid for what she was doing. I'm working on several large deals, so I gave Amy the lead on one of them. She did an excellent job. Okay, this introduction definitely gives me some hope about you. I set up a lunch appointment with the client on Friday. I told him I would be bringing Amy as she has been instrumental in their account. He did not have a problem with this. Amy was professional, knowledgeable, and did an overall good job.
Hell yeah!
The client and I were both impressed with the exception of one thing. The client and I both ordered burgers and fries. Amy ordered a steak, well done, mashed potatoes, steamed veggies, and a side of soup. The client and I finished about the same time. It was another 15 minutes before Amy finished. Then the waitress came around and asked if we wanted dessert. The client and I both said no. Amy ordered cheesecake and coffee. Okay, I think I see what's the problem here. When you are on a business meeting, it's not the same when you're out with your family or friend. I think the problem wasn't what Amy ordered, but the fact that she finished so much later than you or the client. I think she could have ordered everything at the same time, eat the soup, and take the rest away. In this case, everybody would have finished their lunch together and the client's time wouldn't have been wasted. I realized that I hadn't spoken to Amy about client lunches before, so after the meeting, I explained to her that it is best to follow the client's lead. If they order simple food, we order simple food. If they decline dessert, we decline dessert.
Obviously, right?
If we want something afterwards, we can pick it up later. I don't really find anything wrong with this statement. This is just simple feedback. Amy did not take this well. At first, she offered to pay me back. Oh no. She's totally misunderstanding the situation. I feel bad for her. She probably thinks that she's the problem. I told her it was not a money issue. I have no problem buying her lunch, but to keep in mind it's about business. I told her I usually order wraps or burgers because they are not too messy like spaghetti, and I can take small bites in case I'm asked a question. I wouldn't say that burgers are not messy. She could have eaten whatever she wanted if it was one course. Of course, ordering well-done steak takes a lot of time. I love to order everything at the same time when I'm in a restaurant. I usually always order a Caesar salad and then I just take away the rest. I can also match the client's eating speed so there is no awkward waiting on either side. Totally, there is nothing wrong with what you are saying to Amy. Then she started crying, saying it is because she's fat. Her words, not mine.
What the hell?
Oh no, that poor girl deals so much about her self-image. I don't think you did anything wrong. It looks like food and eating is a very touchy subject to her. I again told her it was about strategy. I thought she had great potential and I wanted to help guide her. I then told her about some of my past faux pas. For example, ordering spaghetti and getting it all on my shirt. Or once I ordered first and ordered the cheeseburger when the client was vegetarian and highly disgusted at me. She was still upset when she left. I feel like an a-hole for bringing this to her attention, but my intentions were good. You're not an a-hole, you gave her feedback. I think you just have to give her some time and talk about this again on a later point. I feel like she has great potential. The meal did not concern me as much as how she took instruction. Now I'm wondering if others think I was wrong for bringing it up at all. You definitely needed to bring it up. As you said earlier, this was a business meeting, not hanging with friends. There are some unwritten rules and they have to be respected. In my opinion, you did nothing wrong, but I'm gonna read some comments to see what Reddit thinks. Not the a-hole, business lunches are weird. weird. So many unwritten rules and pitfalls. As her boss, you offered advice and examples of mistakes made in the past. As her boss, it's literally your job to mentor and guide her in these situations. Also, dessert has two S's. Everybody learns all the time. That's what makes us human. Not the a-hole, but next time you're taking someone out for lunch, I'd explain the expectations before the meal. I wouldn't really expect another adult not knowing how to behave on a business lunch. OP is Amy's boss, not her daddy. This was a completely appropriate conversation about learning workplace norms, not the a-hole. I hope Amy will understand that this was not personal, it was just simple feedback. Am I the a-hole for trashing the gift my girlfriend got me?
Wait, what?
It depends. Sometimes it happens that someone doesn't like a gift they receive. The way you let them know is the thing that can make you the a-hole. Throw away. So me, 28 male, and my girlfriend, 30 female, have been together for 8 years and we have been living together for 4 years. Girlfriend has always been the artsy type and always has some personal project going, but she has the tendency to get lost in her own world. We love an independent queen. We celebrated my birthday last weekend and she ended up getting me a pencil lengthier.
What the hell is that?
I don't use pencils and the lengthier in question didn't even fit your typical number 2. It was purely for colored pencils. I also don't color. Okay, this is bad because it sounds like she purchased the gift for herself, not for you. When she asked me if I liked it, I just quietly walked outside our home and tossed it in the trash. So she is a bad gift giver and you're dramatic as hell. She was understandably upset and called me an a-hole for doing that, claiming that I could have at least tried it. No, you could have told her that this thing has no use for you. I don't know which one of you guys makes me more upset. Here's the thing, she has been doing things like this ever since we started living together. She has been gifting me things that she likes and ultimately ends up using them. For example, last year she got a packet of Sailor Moon stickers. I don't watch Sailor Moon and she ended up using them all. She also gifted me a jewelry box one time. I don't wear jewelry, so guess who's been using it all this time? First world problems at its finest. Make an Amazon wish list and ask her to pick gifts for you from there. So it's been a few days and she's still upset and has even got both of our parents to berate me for trashing the gift. She even admitted she knew I would hate it and was planning on using it after I calmed down in a few days.
I beg your finest pardon, what are you talking about?
A detail that she did share with others, but I'm still getting name called. Am I really the a-hole? Everybody sucks here. You guys sound like you don't even like each other and I don't think you should be together anymore. If you guys cannot even buy proper presents to each other, then you can't have a calm conversation about what was wrong with it. Then why are you together? Sounds like a petty mess, not a loving relationship to me. Edit, nearly every comment says we need to talk about this. The thing is we have, and more than once. She admitted she does this because she wants something but decides to gift it to me to say I tried. I asked if I gave her a wish list would that help and she said that she would never look at it and well she didn't when I made and sent one to her.
Okay.
She on the other hand does have a wish list which I do get her stuff from and some of that stuff is actually expensive. Honestly, this is petty as hell. You guys shouldn't be together if you bring out the worst in each other. Relevant comments. First commenter, everybody sucks here. Walking out and trashing it like a drama queen makes you an a-hole. She's also an a-hole for giving you stuff that she knows you won't use. You're meant to talk about your feelings and about your expectations, not act like you acted here. The worst part is that she's 30 and you're 28 and you guys both behave like teenagers. OP's answer, I wouldn't say I'm a drama queen. I didn't yell, scream or anything.
Okay.
Yes, but you threw it away like a 5-year-old who's having a tantrum. I just had a disappointed look on my face and she pieced together what I had done. I literally didn't say anything during the ordeal. Next commenter, everybody sucks here, but you should have directly talked to her about this way beforehand if it's something you say she does constantly. OP's answer, actually I have. We've had many talks about this. She does this on purpose because she wants a certain something and decides to gift it to me so she can say I tried. I offered to give her a wish list, but she literally said she would never look at, and she did indeed not look at it. Sounds like you guys hate each other. Next commenter, everybody sucks here. I have to ask, do you ever get her gifts? OP's answer, yes I do. I actually go over the top with her gifts. She wanted a Nintendo Switch, I got her a Switch and she legit played it till she got carpal tunnel. Still uses the cast once in a while. Next commenter, do you tell her about anything you may like or does she have to figure it out? OP's answer, I sent her a wish list which she never bothered to look at. You guys doesn't sound like a very loving couple to me. But maybe I'm wrong. We have several updates on this post, so let's get into it. Update, I was not expecting this much attention. I want to thank everyone for commenting and giving advice. Sorry, I couldn't get to you all. I wasn't expecting to make an update, but there's been a development.
Drama, my favorite.
Before that, I want to address a few things. Good. We like context. Many commenters said that my girlfriend is a narcissist or has some personality disorder, or she just doesn't like you anymore. Probably should have mentioned this before, but she has ADHD, which she is medicated for, so she has always been pretty scatterbrained. It's not a good excuse for not willing to look through a wish list to buy you proper presents. However, it did get noticeably worse when we moved in together, such as blowing plans because she either forgot completely or forgot the part where she agreed on them, or completely forgetting to do any errands or chores because she's just so invested in something, usually an art project. There was one comment that resonated with me that said that I must have been conditioned to accept this kind of behavior. That is accurate. My parents always instilled into me to be grateful and happy for getting anything at all because they got nothing when they were younger. If I got a sack of poop as a gift, I was expected to dance like a happy prospector. If this at all explains my tolerant, dormant behavior. My problem with you lies with your communication style. That is not existent. Your girlfriend is definitely a bigger a-hole if what you wrote is all true. But how would it fix the situation to just throw away the gift and say nothing about it? Despite using a throwaway, my girlfriend still found the post. She was very miffed by the responses and tried to vent to her friends, but they weren't on her side. She then decided to show the post to her and my siblings. So anything but talking to each other. Right. They wanted to know if it was true, and when confirmed, they all yelled at her and they got our respective parents calm down and stop talking about it. She came to me over the weekend, and after talking about it since then, we kind of worked over several things. Didn't you say you guys were living together? She recognized that she really did screw up, and as an apology, she gave me this cool dragon diffuser I've been wanting for a while, and a box of all of the stuff I was gifting, telling me I may do whatever I please with them. She's also open to not receiving gifts for the next couple of special occasions, which I will be doing. That sounds more like a punishment than a resolution, but what do I know? It's not my relationship. So when it came down to her selfish gift giving, apparently what she meant by I tried was her forgetting about these occasions up until the last minute and not wanting to admit it. That doesn't explain buying gifts to herself instead of you. Not even want to follow your list is just so disrespectful towards you. She hastily gets them off of Amazon from whatever shows up first on her homepage and just hopes I like them enough to not say anything negatively and uses them when I want.
What? What?
Oh my god, then why not just follow his list and get something from Amazon that he wants? It's not that hard. She refused to look at my wish list because gifts should be a surprise, but when I brought up her list, she had no answer. She said she'll look at mine from now on. I don't think this is a deal breaker, but it does need to end, and well, most of you were right. There were other issues. We have agreed to therapy, single and couples, which she will pay for. This may not what you were expecting, but I think it's a good start. I mean, mean, it would be, but then OP wrote a new post with a new title. I, 28 male, broke up with my girlfriend, 30 female of 8 years, having a hard time to process it. So me, 28 male, and my girlfriend, 30 female of 8 years, had split up about 2 weeks ago. We were having issues, see post history, and decided to go to therapy to work it out. After the very first session, I realized that I do not want to work on this relationship anymore. It was just too much trouble than it was worth.
Why is that not a surprise?
So I broke up with her, lots of crying on her end, but she seemed to accept it. She already moved out of our house and agreed that I may keep it since I have no family in our state. I think this was the best decision you could make. Things haven't exactly been well since then. Her parents, how have been divorced for a decade now, have turned a 180 and are begging me to take her back.
How about no?
That's not how things work. Her dad even tried to bribe me to take her back.
That's horrifying.
I have refused and blocked them, but they still found ways to circumvent that. My own parents have also done a 180 and are now supportive, but I don't want to talk to them. As for me, well, I have begun to drink a lot more. People always say to work on yourself after a relationship, like going to the gym or getting a new hobby, but I'm just not feeling it. That's because first you need to take a break. You can do and better yourself when you're ready. You cannot force it. All I want to do now is drink. Coworkers and even my boss noticed my sluggish behavior, but they shrugged it off as me working too hard. I hope you're not going to work intoxicated. I understand that breakups are hard, but they are not the end of the world, especially when you decided to end it. Don't get me wrong, you were 100% right. That relationship was dead. You should consider to continue individual therapy. That could be a thing that help you going through this rough patch without picking up new bad habits. My boss even offered me some time off completely off the record. I'm not sure I should accept since I probably just gonna drink it away. Any advice on how best to move forward would be very appreciated. You need someone to be around you at this moment, friends or family. And therapy, a lot of therapy. We're still not done here. OP wrote another post. My ex sent me a bunch of presents to get back together. I'm keeping them. Can't believe that I'm still using this throwaway, but yeah. I left my home today seeing a bunch of packages at my doorstep. Didn't have time to open them, so I tossed them inside and only opened them maybe an hour ago. Christmas arrived early. They were all stuff from my wish list. At first I didn't know who sent them all, but then I checked the personal email that I don't normally use and realized it. It was all from my ex. The email said, "Happy anniversary, Milovani." Sorry if I said that wrong. I'm guessing she bought these in an attempt to get me back. It won't work. I didn't break up with her because of a present. I broke up with her because our relationship was very one-sided and she was so selfish. But you know what? I'm keeping them. Now I can be selfish.
I don't care, it's mine.
She will definitely get the wrong message if you keep the present. We're gonna stay, I guess, because OP has one more update. I'm surprised that people still look at my post. Here's what's happened since. So a while ago, I drove a friend home and he wanted to listen to Reddit stories on the way home. One of them was my old post and he mentioned how she was a lot like my ex. I didn't say anything, but then I checked the date on the YouTube post and it was actually recent, just a month ago. I just said to myself, are people still reading my old post? I checked an updated Redditor sub and it turns out someone did make a post recently that had my updated post from 2 years ago. So I spent a few hours trying to get back into my old throwaway.
Oh my god, I'm so famous. Oh my goodness.
I'm quite flattered that people still read my old post even after 2 years, so I guess I tell you what has happened after these 2 years. I never saw your post before. For me, it's June 2026. You wrote it years ago, but new people find it all the time. This is how Reddit stories work if they don't get deleted. I cut down drinking drastically after a month and decided to fix myself up. I'm glad to hear that. I lost 50 pounds and got a more fit physique, though not quite muscular. I also got a promotion at work, which I was really happy about. I have made some very needed and much wanted renovations to my house that were usually vetoed my ex. I also got back into dating last year and things are moving nicely. As for my ex, I never blocked her as she for the most part respected boundaries. She and I also needed to stay in contact for the next few months after our breakup so that our house could be fully transferred to my name and my name only. Her parents gave up trying to get me back with her after the house transfer. She got into some whirlwind romance with some guy and married him after 8 months. She invited me to the wedding, but I didn't go, didn't even bother give it an answer. Smart. I don't think it's good to keep in contact with exes, especially not to go on their weddings. They divorced after a few months. She drunk called me saying that he was leaving her because she kept comparing him to me and I was a better partner and how nobody wants her. Well, props to him for seeing through her after just a year. So yeah, things are going well for me. I'm happy now. Thank you fellow Redditors for still thinking about me. I'm glad you guys didn't stay together and you find your peace. Congratulations on your promotion and weight loss. And I wish you the best going forward. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stories. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comments. I reply them all. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.